Hi and welcome. This time we're not really going to get into any video demonstrations or anything like that. I just want to discuss the ramifications of taking everything that's on your machine and just dumping it out using the restore disks to restore your machine to the same state it was when you were walking out of the big box store with it, or when you got it in the mail, or however you acquired your machine. But I want to talk about the pluses and minuses to actually just reinstalling your entire operating system. You might reach a point where, I don't know, programs or viruses or whatever have just either bogged down your computer or made your computer to such where you want to reinstall it. So let's get into the pluses of reinstalling a system. When you reinstall your system, what you've done is you've taken the media that came on your system and you burned that to disks, hopefully, and you put those disks in and you've told this system, you know what, just make it exactly the way it was when it left the store. Okay, there's actually some pluses to that. First of all, you're going to run all your Windows updates and things of that nature, and you're going to end up with a machine that is exactly like it came out of the store. Plus it's updated to the most current updates and all. Now let's go ahead and go to the negatives of that. And the very same thing that's the positive is the negative. You're going to end up with a machine that's just the way it was exactly the day you got it. You're not going to have any of your files saved or anything to that nature. So if you have the ability and you're thinking about resetting your machine, go through everything and find all of your files. And I've mentioned this in a previous video, but create in your C folder, and I am going to go visual on this one. Go ahead and create in your C folder a file that is my stuff, and then save all of your important stuff to this file, my stuff. So if you write something, for example, I use Camtasia and I use Notepad++. If I write a very important document that takes me several hours in Notepad++ for a website I'm building, and this document hasn't made it up to that website server, I'm never going to see this document again once I reconfigure my machine. So save all of your important files, and if you haven't done this and you need to go through the hour or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10-day process of finding all your important documents and saving them, you're going to appreciate the fact that you can just build a folder in your C drive, and everything that you make from here on out that's important, make sure a copy of that gets in that folder, and then make sure that you either burn that to an external CD or DVD, or that you copy that over to an external hard drive or something like that. Because once you start the process of restarting your machine and sticking those disks that came from your computer's manufacturer back in and saying, yes, erase everything and bring it factory new, you're not going to have those documents. But now another advantage to this is, and I don't advocate this, but if you're using trial software, for example, you're no longer holding those registry keys in your system, and you could probably reinstall all that trial software and run again for a while. I don't know, your mileage may vary on that, but some people just like to restart their machine and just rebring it to factory status, and if you do, that's very easy. But I just wanted to go over the ramifications of that. First, you have to have the disks that you were told to burn when you bought your machine. If you have those, great. If you don't have those and you have, say, a newer Windows operating system or something that you're going to install and overwrite everything, be sure to any installed software or any installed hardware, like say video drivers or things like that, any cards that you've put in there, make sure to remove those before you do the reinstall. And then once you plug those back in, you're going to have to download the drivers for those again. But that's a couple of things that I wanted to point out you may or may not be aware of, and it's just important to know that when you do reinstall that system, you're going to lose everything that has occurred since you had the system and that you put it in there, unless you save all that out first. So that's the ramifications of reinstalling your operating system from scratch. Thank you very much. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, please comment, rate, subscribe, and I always love thumbs up, and I will catch you in another video. Thanks.